Okay, here. Can you see my screen now?
Yes. I'll turn off my video. Yes, I can see it, and I'll turn off my video, okay?
All right, thanks. Okay. All right. So again, we are THXNet. So THXNet is, so what I already mentioned, very unique, like Web3 as a service. It's a new blockchain network service from Japan. It offers a unique layer 0, layer 1 hybrid infrastructure and providing a one-stop solution that includes on-chain, off-chain engineering through the API service layer. So it's actually designed to enable Web2 companies to seamlessly transition to Web3 services. The network also incorporates innovative to earn, which is Myrtle already mentioned, mechanisms. So which is incentivizing service usage and information sharing. So speaking of thanks, actually, we just talked about a little bit earlier. So why we call our project as a THXNet is like we started this project since 2018, quite a long time. But in that time, it was a small D app project, and then we used blockchain, sending gratitude, which is thanks. That's why. So, but we pivoted this project to be, like a Web3 as a service. So that's why now THX. So you can say anything the hybrid, the data exchange network or whatever. So, but anyway, we call it THXNet right now. So as you know, currently so many projects are rising and trying to solve different problems. And then basically some projects are focusing on, a protocol level, like so many chains and also so many the app. So basically, I think two types of the projects are focusing on the apps, collaborating with other, blockchain project like protocol layer, or just simply focusing on, deep, a blockchain tech, like infrastructure, layer 1, whatever. But actually our project is kind of unique, different. Like I said, Web3 as a service is what? So basically we need everything. Not only blockchain layer, but also so many on-chain, off-chain engineering, so that everyone can use Web3, the power of the Web3. So think about it. If you're a developer, if you need to, utilize some of the Web3 tech to existing services, which is not using any blockchain tech or Web3 services, then firstly you have to find some a blockchain project, and then you have to build a lot of on-chain, off-chain engineering things on top of it. And then finally, you have to connect to your services or your new services. Tons of work. So that's why basically we can solve shortage of blockchain engineer and manpower. And also, like I said, especially Web2 companies, they're not familiar with Web3 technologies like a blockchain or whatever, but they are so interested in using the new tech. Actually, blockchain is very useful. If you know what to use, how to use it, where to use it. So, but it's very difficult, and then taking time to understand and decide which project or what kind of technologies they're going to use. So all those complications we can solve. And then, as you know, so many open source project or whatever, of course, you have to connect so many different types of the project and then modules. And then there are so many you will create how do you call it, a security holes. But think about it. If everything is already ready as a, a solution or, the package, then it's much secure because it's already built for that. Not just collecting, from everywhere and then just build it. You don't know this module A and this module B are matching or not. So all those hassles are free. So basically, our solution Web3 as a service are, like combine like all those protocol layer. So we can provide dedicated layer one blockchain, and then also on-chain, off-chain engineering on top of it already embedded. And then we provide Web2 friendly THXNet API. So anyone can implement Web3. Starting from today, maybe you can finish within a week. So THXNet is really offering like new way to adopt Web3. So we believe that like we can boost like Web3 mass adoption strongly. So basically, I've been explaining about what we do. So THXNet is again Web3 as a service. So in terms of the technologies, kind of several unique points. The first thing is like the first layer. I mean, like the blockchain layer. So actually, our network is like built on layer 0 and layer 1. So which means like like a Polkadot project. So kind of similar because so we use like a substrate framework, but we tuned a lot. So layer 0 blockchain is public chain and facilitating all the leaf chains like layer 1 chains. So it's secure and scalable and very suitable for Web3 as a service. And then we have actually so many on-chain, off-chain technologies, but they're just picking up some like points. So of course, like we already prepared, like we call it like a hybrid NFT, which is like providing static part and the dynamic part. So you can make like, the NFT dynamic. And then also I would like to explain about a little bit more details about like, to earn system a bit later. And then in the center, as you can see, like a THXNet API and THX Connect, which is also like, I'm going to explain about this one, is kind of unique point of our project. So this is kind of diagram, but I don't want to explain about the details, but we have a lot. We did a lot of work so that like everyone can easily to use it. So the point one, of course, one of the on-chain, off-chain engineering and the challenging of Web3 against like the existing world, like most of the majority world Web2 is a wallet. So managing wallet or like, making ordinary user to, handle wallet is very tough. And then it's kind of like a high wall for adoption. So we already integrated this part, very seamless. And the user even up to your implementation, but we provide the API. So user cannot know like, user will create wallet or user has wallet. So which means seamlessly you can adopt Web3 into your existing service. And I already mentioned about the hybrid NFT. This is very useful. And one more thing, we have compatibility with OpenSea or other, ARC 721, 1151. So very useful and easy to use. And then here, so one of the, to earn mechanism, like connect to earn, this is simply like connecting to the services, then user can get reward. Yep. And then this is actually, supported by wallet logging. So this is also very easy. Like, like a user just like use the wallet to log in and then, get reward. So, and share to earn is quite unique and then kind of win-win-win mechanism because so the user-centric, of course, like a Web3 world. So users' data, user can, share with others. So, but in that case, there is a kind of like it's not a problem, but there is a problem because if the service A is the one who issued this like data or an NFT, so let's say this NFT to the user, and then if user uses this NFT to earn some reward, then service A will think like, oh, I am the one who gave you this NFT, then why I didn't receive anything? That's unfair. So that's why our, like share to earn mechanism is like a win-win-win. So if service A, issued this NFT and then the user uses this NFT to, like a share information with other services, then of course other services will pay reward to user. And at the same time, service A can receive some of the sharing part of the reward. So that's why, this one works. And then, finally we came here. So THX Connect is the one of our flagship like application recently launched. So the aiming for this one is actually for developers. Like I said, for developers, this kind of like an infrastructure project or like a Web3 as a service, it's kind of still like a difficult to like get the information or where to find how to build it up and how to use the API. So we decided to develop this application only in one like a portal mobile app. So all you need is download this one and then log in. Already you get your account with the wallet, and then you get their access API key, and then all their necessary knowledge information on here. And then also you can check the blockchain status, and also like a wallet function is integrated. So it's everything. So it's not difficult. You just download this app and then you start THXNet. That's it. So I've been explaining about THXNet, and then our network, like I said, layer 0 facilitating all of the layer 1 chains. So all those chains are actually interoperable going through user's ID wallet together with their to earn system, like a connect to earn and share to earn. So this will actually make user to share data among all the services, and the services are coming here because the benefit is if you join this service the cycle, then you can share all the users. So this is our flywheel, to grow our network faster and bigger. So recently our traction is this 5 testnet chain, and also the mainnet. Actually, the one more layer 1 chain will come. So you can see the Thanks is our first project, and then now it became one of the tops. And the most right one is like a metaverse game recently joined us. So we're going to announce something near future. And then we have a lot of 20 plus use cases already, wallet app or fitness app or NFT marketplace, and then metaverse, vice versa, everything. Yep. And then tokens, basically this is very I think everyone is interested in what kind of a usage of our THX token. So firstly, to run blockchain, we need this because I mentioned, we use substrate framework, but we tuned a lot. So basically it's POS, but we tuned and changed it to pooled POS, so which needs our THX token to run. And then, of course, we're going to TG next year around April, May. Until then, our token is just internal token. So it will be actually cross-chain transaction. We'll make cross-chain transaction. So internal token, and then a public token like Ether on the Ether chain, or you can send and then send back and forth, and then one-to-one value. And then of course we use THX token to generate new layer 1, which will be permanently locked. It's almost like a burned. Will raise the price value of the THX token. The more services are coming, the more a THX token value will be higher. Yeah, that's a system. And then governance, of course, we have DAO system on layer 0 root chain. So if you hold some of the THX token, you can join voting or raising the topic on THXNet. And then of course to earn reward, connect to earn, share to earn rewards, use THX token. And then we are actually Web3 as a service, and then mostly target audience is Web2 world. So we decided to receive fiat payment, but of course we can receive THX token payment, but after we launch the token, and then easy to buy from the market. Then, but until then, like we just receive fiat payment. So it's also like easy for Web2 world. Here's our tokenomics. Not so like different from the usual project, so it's healthy. So here's the roadmap. We have a lot to do, and of course, like we will change something, like taking into account the situation. But basically, most important thing is like we already launched mainnet in June 2023, and we have already like like a L1 users. So this project is not like on the way. We are here. Web3 as a service is existing. So yeah, and then here our team members. So we are just like a 10 plus, but like I mentioned, the Ken is strongly boosting our marketing now, and Edward CTO and other members are very skilled. Then we have kind of strong advisors. They have name in Japan. Really like they have experience, so they're also helping us, leading us. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, so let me just go ahead and yes, there you go. So everyone can see us now, and it's quite a journey, because I've been listening. But before that, we need to take a break first, and we need a lot of shares when it comes to this live, guys. Please go ahead and share this before actually THXNET will actually launch very, very soon. So algorithm is the best way for us to support the project. We will not know who will actually invest in a project if you actually share it, because sharing takes a lot of good roads when it comes to opportunities. So go ahead and share this live. I will think if I can actually give in my own pocket also. If you will share this in the live from Binance, we'll actually reach around 5,000 viewers, because we have 2,100 viewers now in Binance Live, and our Facebook Live is almost 500 viewers. So it's dual. I don't usually do this, but of course, Ken is my good friend. So I made it for him, and of course for THXNET, and I love Japanese projects. I've been handling Japanese projects for the past year, and so good. I believe in Ikigai at the same time. Arigato money, by the way. So go ahead, guys, and share this live. I will think, it depends if we will reach 5,000 viewers. Please watch this commercial video first.
Thank you.
A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. So, he loses touch with reality and lives in a world of illusions. By thoughts, I mean specifically chatter in the skull, perpetual and compulsive repetition of words, of reckoning and calculating. I'm not saying that thinking is bad. Like everything else, it's useful in moderation. A good servant, but a bad master. And all so-called civilized peoples have increasingly become crazy and self-destructive because, through excessive thinking, they have lost touch with reality. That's to say, we confuse science with the real world. Beginning of meditation. A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. So, he loses touch with reality and lives in a world of illusions. By thoughts, I mean specifically chatter in the skull, perpetual and compulsive repetition of words, of reckoning and calculating. I'm not saying that thinking is bad. Like everything else, it's useful in moderation. A good servant, but a bad master. And all so-called civilized peoples have increasingly become crazy and self-destructive because through excessive thinking they have lost touch with reality. That's to say, we confuse science with the real world.
Beginning of meditation.
Most of us would have rather money than tangible wealth, and a great occasion is somehow spoiled for us unless photographed. And to read about it the next day in the newspaper is oddly more fun for us than the original event. This is a disaster. For as a result of confusing the real world of nature with mere science, we are destroying nature. We are so tied up in our minds that we've lost our senses. Time to wake up. What is reality? Obviously, no one can say, because it isn't words. It isn't material, that's just an idea. Reality is...
Cannot be explained in words. I'm not trying to put you down. It's an expression of you as you are. One must live. We need to survive, to go on. We must go on.
A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. So, he loses touch with reality and lives in a world of illusions. By thoughts, I mean specifically chatter in the skull, perpetual and compulsive repetition of words, of reckoning and calculating. I'm not saying that thinking is bad. Like everything else, it's useful in moderation. A good servant, but a bad master. And all so-called civilized peoples have increasingly become crazy and self-destructive because through excessive thinking they have lost touch with reality. That's to say, we confuse science with the real world.
Beginning of meditation.
Most of us would have rather money than tangible wealth, And a great occasion is somehow spoiled for us unless photographed. And to read about it the next day in the newspaper is oddly more fun for us than the original event. This is a disaster. For as a result of confusing the real world of nature with mere science, we are destroying nature. We are so tied up in our minds that we've lost our senses. Time to wake up. What is reality? Obviously, no one can say, because it isn't words. It isn't material, that's just an idea. Reality is...
The point cannot be explained in words. I'm not trying to put you down. It's an expression of you as you are. One must live. We need to survive, to go on. We must go on.
A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. So, he loses touch with reality and lives in a world of illusions. By thoughts, I mean specifically chatter in the skull, perpetual and compulsive repetition of words, of reckoning and calculating. I'm not saying that thinking is bad. Like everything else, is useful in moderation. A good servant, but a bad master. And all so-called civilized peoples have increasingly become crazy and self-destructive because through excessive thinking they have lost touch with reality. That's to say, we confuse science with the real world.
Beginning of meditation.
Legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you play far reaching greatness, relentless, you survive. They never lose hope when everything's cold and the fighting's near. It's deep in their blood, running through smoke when the fire is fierce. I'll make yourself fire, 'cause legends never die. When the world is calling you, can you hear them screaming eternity, but you'll never see the price it costs. The scars collected all their lives. When everything's lost, they pick up their hearts and avenge defeat. Before it all starts, they suffer through harm just to touch our dream. Oh, please tell fire, it's not that it's down. When the world is falling and you're fighting.
One has car.
Ah, okay. So
Mm.
it's just like in the Philippines, so mostly have cars, right?
But Philippines heavy traffic.
Have you went here
Right.
already?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, Marcos Highway, crazy like.
Ah, yes, but now to be honest, some changes is basically we do have like SETEX already, and there's a Skyway, which eliminates a little bit compared to 2019.
And then maybe COVID situation, maybe some people should like give up the cars, right?
Actually, yes. But some, there's a lot of opportunities online. Block tides actually became so massive during pandemic. Since we originally started out as an events company, right? And it really became like a PR and marketing. We do have incubation now. And I want to build now on THXNET, basically, because we're going to launch a platform. So I got interested. That's the reason why I'm going to ask my own
Thank you.
founder
Yeah,
question.
we'd like to help. Sure.
Yes. All right. So the best question, guys, it's gonna be $5 each for 5 people. Please go ahead and throw away your questions. So our CM is basically our staff. Our angels are basically choosing the questions and forwarding it to me for the best question for THXNET. But me, I do have a personal question, of course, because since I'm still building the ecosystem, it's already there, the white paper and all. So when it comes to the deployment, for example, for the founders out there listening, they want to build on THXNET.
Cool.
What is the unique ways? For example, I saw someone assist. I assisted actually a lot of projects building on Solana, Sui. So I'm one of the advisors in a lot of companies actually. So what's the difference when it comes to building in THXNET?
That's a good question. Actually, basically, our target audience is totally different from all those like a Sui
Yes,
or
Japan.
whatever. Yeah. No, 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 no. No,
Not
I'm
just
not
Japan.
talking about like a target, like a region, because Web3 is like a borderless, right?
Yes.
We actually have advantage in Japan, but we are not limit the audience into the specific region. No, no. Especially we are now like expanding to our Southeast Asia, right? So so we have Can and whatever. So one of the our use case like a metaverse game is coming from Vietnam. So it doesn't matter region.
I
Yeah,
see.
and then so yeah,
Is it gonna be
answering
launched
to your
next year?
sorry, come again.
Is it gonna launch next year for the metaverse game, or is it launched
Metaverse
already?
game, yeah, actually they're working on it and already like implemented on testnet already.
Oh,
So
wow.
now they're testing. So I think like next year, very early next year, they will announce like a new things.
I've been
Also,
a
like,
founder of a GameFi project before, but I stepped down as a CEO because of internal conflicts. I don't know. I don't want to deal with that. And basically, block types is my bread and butter in my own.
Yeah.
So I stepped down. I want peace of mind. So, but we
Okay.
successfully launched. When it comes to launching, there's a lot of people who participated during the game,
Mm.
during the beta test, and then of course the launching itself for PvP and PvE.
Mm.
That's the reason why I know all of the things when it comes to building at the same time, deploying, and then the challenges and experience, of course.
Yeah, it's so tough, right? But
is.
actually, I have a kind of story. Actually, I met that CEO in Vietnam just like 2 months ago, and then he's really like a in a good way crazy guy. Like he started hacking the game like when he was seventh grade or something,
Oh, wow.
and then already like he's 20 something, but already more than 10 years experience. Can you imagine? Like he's kind of like very famous in Vietnam among the game industry. Like
Wow.
then he was actually looking for like adopting Web3 NFT kind of like functions. But of course, like a venture company, he cannot like invest into the only blockchain technologies or engineers. And then they were actually the CEO himself is also like a programming, but still like very tough because the game you have a lot to do. So
Yes.
and then he was joining the event, and then just like coincidentally we met, and then I told him about THXNet, and he said like, oh, this is what I was looking for. And then he started to implement our API things, and then he has done basic implementation like within 2 weeks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
Guys, that's the reason why in my last reel I told you that it's not easy to actually build something,
I know.
especially if
costly.
it's a game,
Yeah.
right? And which tool actually he's using, like Unreal Engine, which
Unreal Engine.
Oh wow, okay. So it's gonna be
Yeah.
really difficult.
It's really
Takes a
very
lot of
cool.
time.
Yeah.
So guys, Unreal Engine, if you're familiar, if you're actually a gamer, you will know behind all of the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, when it comes to good graphics, the 3D stuff, it's some are actually built using Unreal Engine. So it's an application wherein developers and graphics designers use. So in order for you to basically have a team, the graphics design, the UX design, everything needs to be aligned in one place. So it's really not easy to really build something when it comes to games. That's the reason why when it comes to Tomb Raider, before Lara Croft, right, we're really waiting for that ever since the release of the next something like Chronicles. And also, if you're a gamer ever since, guys, you will know. Even Resident Evil, right? All right. So let's go to the questions. I think I already have it.
Okay.
Marina, are you there? Let me just check the Binance Live. I do have a lot of tabs here. All right. So please go ahead and choose one question. Okay, there. What is your project roadmap in 2024? This is by Tapu13.
Okay, 2024. So the roadmap, okay. So in terms of the roadmap, we can define like so many things like roadmap on the tech side or roadmap on the marketing side or business side. So I'd like to explain more about like a differentiation of the other project, like from the other project. So like I said, our project is very unique, like Web3 as a service. So not like the protocol layer project or the app project. No. So that's why 2024, as I mentioned a little bit in the pitch, we are expecting our TGE event around actually targeting like 2024 April, because as you know, everyone knows like it's BTC halving is coming.
It
Right.
is.
So, yeah.
But
Next halving.
I believe that there's another pull down. but
Mhm.
it's gonna happen. So
Yeah.
that's the reason why I have a lot of messages already, like 400 a day only in Telegram. Just imagine I
Mhm.
have all of the when you actually are a builder, guys, if you're seeking
Mhm.
entrepreneurship or if you want to build your own project, especially in TechSnet, it is not easy to build something. And of course, it takes a lot of courage for you to be able to really show your face like this, especially
Mhm.
Arrow as well. So they work hard in the background that you everyone doesn't know. Because me, I can empathize on that. A lot
Mhm.
of people are going to really bash when, for example, a not so perfect launching, right? So
Mhm.
we saw that for the past bear markets. That's the reason why the
Mhm.
experiences are very irreplaceable, especially Aro
Mhm.
and his team. And then from passion project to basically like from thanks, right? I didn't know
Mhm.
that it's also coming from thanks.
Yeah.
So yeah.
From thanks. And thanks now became like a one of the top on the chain. So we're still
Ah.
using it. Oh, okay. So if like you guys are joining our Discord and then later THX Connect is downloadable, it's actually linked. So your wallet and the Discord ID can be connected. And then our server, you can send thanks stamp. When you send thanks stamp, it's actually sending the token
Oh wow.
on our chain. Yeah.
Oh
It's integrated.
nice.
So that's
That's the
actually we want to
purpose.
build a community. Yeah. And then you can get level up and the status on the THXNet.
Oh
And then
wow.
you will get more reward, or like you have more rights to, raise a topic on the DAO. So
Engage
you
to
will
earn
have,
then.
yes.
Oh
That's why,
wow.
because THX Connect, the application is kind of like the flagship, like leading the developers, as well as like we would like to show a new features, how you use it, how
Exactly.
it's easy. Yeah. So that's why. Anyway, so speaking of thanks, yeah. Like you said, like so we started from the small project and then turned out to be a big project now. So actually, I'm so very happy, and then we are so lucky to meet this timing, like the launching mainnet within 2023, even like a bear market, but we didn't stop it. So we launched it, and then we already have some customers generating some like income, but still we need to more like promotion and marketing, so community building, because we need more funds. So that's why today we have a really great opportunity to have like so many audiences to see what we do. So again, like thank you so much. So that's why. Yeah. So anyway, so what's the question? Yeah, roadmap, right?
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
roadmap. Actually, I can
That's why.
empathize on that as well because I started out Block Tides as a passion project too, like events.
Mm-hmm.
So I took a leap of faith with Ken. I didn't know where I'm
Mm-hmm.
going way back. So I'll be
Mm-hmm.
sharing I'll be sharing my story by the way guys in an interview.
Sure.
So of course, after this, it's just like me and TechSnet had the same journey. To be
Mm-hmm.
honest, Block Tides was self-funded for 5 years. And
Mm-hmm.
it's really not easy, especially when
Yeah.
you're going to hire people. You have to flip money, you have to invest here and that, and at the same time I want to fundraise now, so we're privately raising right now, Arrow. So because the money is coming, a lot of investors from Middle East are actually approaching us to
Mm-hmm.
invest in Block
Mm-hmm.
Tides. So okay, I asked myself that I need 3 signs if I'm gonna push this. So there's
Mm-hmm.
3 VCs who actually, even though I haven't announced anything, I became so quiet for the past 4 months, and 4 VCs actually inquired for them to
Mm-hmm.
actually invest in Block Tide. So it's a
Wow.
when you ask something, right? So I always teach my community when it comes to law of attraction, asking for signs, whatever you believe in, just be positive,
Mm-hmm.
especially for this vision in TechSnet. So what I saw is really a vision, something from small to big, and it's
Yeah.
directing you guys. So the roadmap now.
All
I love
right.
our
Yeah. Thank you for
conversation, by
sharing
the
it.
way.
Yeah, I have a lot like a feeling like the same. Yeah. We should go drinking after this one, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so as a roadmap, so like I explained, like those kind of things happen in 2023. So 2024, somewhat like we have to really like like a TG event, including that, we have to be more public, like more like present. And then one of the unique things is that like because we are Web3 as a service, our marketing is kind of like unique. Like usually the usual project, like you have to like a market, or you have to sell your product or something. But ours is like we can find like a local partners. So like you said, like, oh, so your target is Japan. No, we just have a like a biz dev arm in Japan. That's it. But if we can have like, so for example, Philippines, if we find like good like reseller or partner there, and we'll ask them to sell it, because if they're like a system integrator or something, then they can use us like to sell together with their project or together with their product or whatever. So that's why I think after we launch and then be quite like famous, that it's easier to expand because our product is really like a commodity, commodity. So that's why they can easily to sell or like refer. So that's why marketing roadmap is quite clear for me. Yeah. So that's why we are now like focusing on building the strong community first, because if we don't have any like supporters, then of course nobody wants to use our network. So that's why the first priority is like getting more like audiences, like fans, and then so please try our network.
Yes.
So that's basically marketing strategy in 2024.
Don't worry, you're actually in the right hands with Ken.
Oh yeah,
So, yeah.
and the Ken is the key, especially Southeast Asia. Like he has a lot. As you know.
We've done a lot of successful launches. So that's the reason why, it's just like we're also famous when it comes to being a speaker. Me and Ken, because of our personal branding. So you might want to consider as well personal branding, even though you really don't want to, but you'll have fun in the long run. All right. So
And then about one more thing, sorry, on top of it.
Go ahead.
So TechSite roadmap, of course, like almost most of the functions are done already. But
wow.
once like we are also like getting funded, like a fundraising. So the ones we could do it, of course, like mostly we spend that to the promotion, but on the community building. But as well as like we would like to do more on top of our technologies, like new things, like so.
anyone can build, right? Even though they're deployed already in some chains and protocols, right?
Yeah. Actually, that's the one. Actually, 2024 we have to do it. It's like the bridge to the other networks. Yeah, the more networks. I mean, yeah.
That's good. So the next question. So the roadmap, guys, you can also check their website. Don't forget to join Discord, by the way. Discord is very important in the Web3 space, and also Telegram. So Telegram is actually innovating, because before a lot of people are switching to Discord already. But now you can build inside Telegram. So why not integrate THXNET in Telegram too, right? I can introduce you to Ton Network, by the way. So I know the guys there. So the next question. So this is from the Facebook Live. Oh, okay. This one is from Lizelle Deong Salazar from Facebook. So what one feature of this project that the team is most proud of, and why? It's just like a Miss Universe question, guys.
Actually, it's very tough question because, as you mentioned, Myrtle, we've been struggling a lot of things and then we overcome a lot. So, but
all companies experience that. No worries. Actually, me too.
maybe I think that's on-chain, off-chain engineering part. Yeah, that's a part because infrastructure as like a blockchain layer, blockchain is limited, like to do, not almighty. Like everyone's thinking like a blockchain can do this, that. No, most of the functions should be working with on-chain, off-chain, like together. So that part is really, really, like taking time. And then that part, actually, we believe that like everyone will appreciate it. So, yeah, but still like we would like to add more on-chain or off-chain engineering. So, yeah, so
that's the answer, Lizelle. Thank you so much for the other. So I will actually add on that, since you actually mentioned about the technical stuff that the most you're proud of. How about on the stuff in the background when it comes to your team?
Okay, actually, myself is actually I'm actually programmer, originally, and 20 plus years experience already. And my expertise is mostly like financial industries. Like I wrote like automated trading system and for their security firms, and still like they're using it. So quite like I don't know, like everyone knows, but they're in the programming world, like the financial industry is the most like strict and very we need to be we cannot make a mistake, so that's why
one mistake can actually destroy
up to date tech, and then one mistake you'll be sued like a huge amount of money because trading services. That's
especially
why I've been doing that.
What especially in the responsibility of the PR and marketing firms out there. So you'll never know, guys, what are the due diligence that we're doing when it comes to really promoting, because it's our responsibility. We are the face. We are basically are the ones who's cascading the message. We have to abide with the law. We have to abide and be updated with the social media, social medias, right? There's a lot of responsibilities. So at the same time, solving, because The world is all about solving problems anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yeah,
the
right.
second question. So the third question. So message us, guys, on our official pages. We do not DM first. We do not ask for money, and of course, we will never ever basically share your profile picture like most scammers do on Facebook. All right. So this one, how do you actually can convince? This one is from Binance Live. Kill002. How can you convince people for your project and what to use? I mean, maybe
What do you?
what he meant here is for them to use like
Mm.
THXNet. Yeah.
Okay. So, unfortunately, maybe like most of the audience today are not directly using our service because, again, our target audience is like mostly enterprises.
Mhm.
So maybe going through those enterprises services, you guys will connect to our network, but even you guys will not know they're using Web3 as a service because that much very smooth and then seamless integration. But that's actually I will be happy because that's our intention. So everybody can join Web3 world without knowing complications. So that's for individual users. Yep.
Actually, guys, my realization too when it comes to building a project, when it comes to raising money like 1 million is just really for like 1 year, 2 years. Because
Mhm.
it really depends on the market. At the same time, how great the people actually in managing money, how they actually
Mm.
burn the money. So this is actually like an insider stuff that
Mm.
that you can know when it comes to the Binance Live and of course
Mm.
in block tides. So thank you so much for answering that. So I do have two more questions. So guys, please message us. Okay, again, it's kill002. So this one is a great question. I want to make it different when it comes to my Binance Lives or any interviews because that's what makes me unique, right? So, what's your motivation in actually starting it? This is from
Okay.
Po. That's the name.
Okay, so it's actually back to my story because I've been working for financial industries, and especially my expertise like writing the trading system. And then in 2016, one of my friends all of a sudden asked me like, "Oh, cryptocurrency like it's really like profitable. Look, like so many exchanges in that time, like there's so many like price caps. So, oh, we can do arbitrage this one. So can you write like some simple program to get the margin in between the exchange? Okay, it's easier." And then we did, and then we just made some small money. Like, oh, then I just got interested in. I didn't know that blockchain tech, but the cryptocurrency things.
Ah.
And then, yeah, I started that. But 2017, I met this guy like who was like trying to use blockchain for not trading, like actually data exchange services. And then I got more interested in that. So and then we started like a thanks project in 2018. So simply,
Wow.
it's like naturally starting from trading side to the more like a blockchain utility side. Yeah.
So it's 5 years already.
Yeah, more like since 2016. So for 7 years.
That's a great.
Yeah,
That's a great
8
leap.
years.
So thank you so much for answering that. So how many questions? I'm actually having fun now because of their questions.
Mhm.
I think we're already in the fifth question. So let's
Mhm.
actually choose in Facebook Live. So it's gonna be like randomized both platforms. So the other one. So I'll be mixing this.
Mhm.
Actually, most of the questions here on Facebook,
Mm.
you've already answered. But this one.
Cool.
So of course, what are some successful projects within THXNET already? And where can one find detailed information about the development and achievements? So it's mine, Soru.
So you mean like any successful project on THX Net so far, and where they can get the information?
Yeah. Join
Ah.
the Discord.
Okay. Actually, yeah, you're right. So details, we are actually publishing like information on our X or Discord. But yeah. So I think our easiest one is like you can download like application like called MindFit.
Mm.
It's a fitness app. Yeah. So it's like Japanese and English. So if you you can use that one. That fitness application is downloadable, and I think like so many downloaded already. Yeah, because it's collaborating with the a big like fitness chain in Japan, like 400 I think gyms in Japan, and they're actually the virtual online, the fitness service. And we actually integrate that, like, the thanks functions inside. So it's actually about to launch. It's, like a thanks function, but it's already embedded inside, like a blockchain tech. But you don't know, like, where, we're using. But the next step is, like, the user can send thanks to the trainer, and then your status will be up, like a Discord, like I mentioned already in the THX Connect. So yeah, I just like picked up that because it's easy to understand, because it's a fitness app, and then yeah.
Oh wow.
If I say, like,
Let me check that.
it's a well, yeah, one of actually our successful projects are like NFT marketplace. But if I say that, oh yeah, the NFT marketplace, so that's why I picked up like a fitness app. Yeah.
So basically, guys, join the Discord, of course. That's also me. Sharing best practices for you to be able to really stay updated for projects. Most communities knows this, but most of the newbies doesn't. So go ahead and join Telegram and Discord, but make sure that don't be fooled with the people messaging you privately, okay? Please be careful. All right, so for the 5 questions, that's basically it. Congratulations, guys, by the way. So any upcoming events or exciting news for us to actually recap and close everything off? Go ahead, I'll turn off my camera and invite the people.
Thank you.
Hello, Aro.
Hello. Sorry.
Yeah, you can go ahead and actually invite everyone to join the Discord and Telegram channels of THXNET. Yeah, your last message for the community.
Sorry. I misunderstood. Okay. Again, thank you for having me this time, and then I actually thank you for Myrtle. I'm so I enjoyed a lot, and then I'm so excited to see like so many people are joining our channel X and Discord, and so that like we can keep you guys updated. And then yeah, please receive some like airdrops if you're a winner, and waiting for next TG event and then our big launch. Yep, keep in touch.
All right, thank you so much, and you stay safe, and we hope to see you soon physically. Stay safe,
Okay.
Aro. Bye bye.
Thank you.